Welcome to Tier List Friday Zone, where we look at the flagship series of the Tales of games. Something that I need to talk about. I've played a lot of these Tales of games, some after the fact and years later, and emulated. But I can genuinely say, I do like these games. I like the Tales of games. Some of them are not as equal, some of them are great. But let's get started. Tales of Fantasia. I'm just say at being one of the first titles and on the Super Nintendo, it's a B. It was a great game and it did introduce some of the features that we know and love today. Tales of Rebirth is also a B for me. It is a great game and it does everything right in the Tales of franchise. I do love it, everything about it. The story could have used some work, but it was great. Tales of Eternia, it's an A tier. It took everything from Fantasia and it did everything great. I do like the combat system. I like the characters, and it's by one of the greatest characters in the franchise. If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. I said Eternia, didn't I? That was my bad. This is Eternia. Eternia, the actual Eternia game. I don't know why I called the other one Tales of Eternia, but I'll probably fix that later. Tales of actual Eternia, I did not like too much. The main character and everything was okay. It's just, I wish they could have done more with the game. Tales of Destiny 2. Tales of Destiny 2. It was the sequel to Tales of Destiny, which is this one. I did not like it as much. It was an unnecessary sequel to me for what it was. Tales of Symphonia. Tales of Symphonia is one of the greatest games on this list. I would have to put it as B. You know what? It was A because the combat system and everything was pretty great. It's just its cheese factor was just so bad. Some of the cutscenes were terrible. Some of the explanations were just weird. You know, I'll put it as, I'll leave it there. It was still a great game. It was still fun for play co-op. Tales of Lenjaya. Well, again, I did like the game. It's just it went back to the side-scroller style, so therefore it made it a lot, different going from Tales of Symphonia to Lenjaya. And I have to say that Lenjaya is a C tier for me. It did everything okay. It just wasn't great. Tales of Abyss. Tales of Abyss. I have to say it's an S tier Tales game. Took everything from Symphonia. It took everything from Lenjaya and improved upon it. Made it the three-dimensional plane and everything. And you can move around very easily. It is one of the best games to me in the franchise. Tales of Innocence. I did not like how Tales of Innocence went from the 4-man battle system to the 3. And honestly, I did not like the game overall. That is a D tier for me. Tales of Vesperia, to me it's an S tier. They literally took everything from Abyss, Symphonia, Lenjaya, and improved upon it in a way that made the game so goddamn good, except for the cheesy moments are just plentiful abound. Tales of Hearts was alright. I wasn't truly impressed with it. It didn't make me want to go back and play the game like some fierce. I did have fun with it. Tales of Gracies. Tales of Gracies, I've told a lot of people, it's quite possibly my favorite in the franchise because of the gameplay alone. It had the A and B arts, and technically it is the groundwork for Xillia and Berseria. I like the systems in the game. Tales of Zilla. Tales of Zilla, what the fudge? Tales of Zilla is an A game. It is very good for what it did, and everything about it, from the combat system to the story, was just fantastic. Too bad they had to follow it up with a sequel that really wasn't as good to me. It is a D tier for Zilla 2. Zilla 2 was just bad. I don't even know why it even existed. It had some of the most annoying things ever. You couldn't switch your party members unless you was in the town. It's like how the first one you could switch them anytime you needed them. You had a money system where you had to pay it back, and it's just so bad. Tales of Zestria is not my favorite game in the franchise. Let's just say that. To me, they took everything bad. They made it so you can have 4 characters, but you have to have 2 humans. It was just plain bad. The little armor system, and I was pretty bored throughout the franchise. And this is based off of King Arthur, and I love King Arthur, but good God, you could have told a better story. And then we get a game that was 1,000 years before. I have to put that as a C. While it was a good game, I could not properly connect with some of the characters, and some of the stories are just plain dumb to me. I'm sorry. That being said, this is my tier list for the Tales of games, and I guess we can move on to the next tier list. I'll catch you guys later.